Meanwhile, for us, we are outdoors and at home. So here's what we have today at home. This morning we're going to do as many rounds as possible in 5 minutes. So there's little groups of 3 exercises. So in the first group of 5 minutes, in the first group of 3 exercises, we're going to give you 5 minutes, and you work through the 3 for that 5 minutes and get as many rounds as you can. So first exercise, rear foot elevated squat. We haven't done too many of these, mostly because of equipment concerns or, having the ability to do these at home. But if you aren't able to elevate your foot on something, just turn it into a split squat. Or even even if you put your back foot on a pillow or something that's doesn't seem to be raised all that high, it does change things a little bit. So if you can put your foot on a chair or an ottoman or a yoga block or something like that, that would be good. And then you hold your weight, probably easiest to hold up top here, or just down, reaching your knee back down towards the floor and standing up. All right, so that's the rear foot elevated squat. You'll do 10 on each side. And then the row of your choice, I'll probably turn around, put my hand on the chair and row just like that, standard like 1-arm row for 10. And then mountain climber, so push-up position, and then you're either marching or running your knees up under your chest, alternating for 10 each. Second group of exercises, so we'll do that group once, and then we'll do the next group once, and then we'll go back through for a total workout time of 20 minutes today. The second group of 3 exercises, get up to hand. So you're laying on your back, just gonna roll up, prop yourself up with your hand, keeping that weight close to the ceiling. So you've got 5 on each side. That's the only one today that is not 10. Push-up, the next exercise will be a push-up, so you just roll right over. 10 push-ups, your variation, whatever variation you need. And finally, single leg glute bridge, so you'll roll back over onto your back and push your heel down into the floor. If you have a weight, you can keep a weight on the unsupported side, right? So if you want to make these a little bit more challenging, if my right leg is pushing, you would hold the weight on your left hip as you push. We're going 10 each side there. All right. So like I said, once you go through each one of those, so you do the first group of 3 for 5 minutes, then we'll do the next one, and then we'll go back and do the first one again, and the second one, we call it a day. All right. So I'll join you on the roller here. Okay. So roll away. All right. So I'm assuming you've given everything under your waistband kind of a once over. But we'll just meet at the hips here. And let's go really close to the top of your sacrum, or that flat bone on your back. We're going to roll in between your butt bones and the top of your sacrum, or think about where your waist would be. And then we're going to roll that spot from your right side all the way over to your left. So just a small area, but it is important. There's a lot of stuff that crosses through there. If you find a spot that feels tight or feels kind of knotted up, you're going to take a pause there and try to get that to relax. What that's doing is helping everything move better, or helping muscles that are tight or sore to work better throughout the workout. And good. So let's move the roller underneath your shoulder blades. Just rolling up and down. Okay, so put the roller under the bottom edge of your shoulder blades. If you don't have a roller, that's okay. You can do this from the ground as well. But we're gonna just kind of let yourself arch backwards just a little bit over the roller. Okay, nothing too aggressive. We're not really trying to stretch here. We're just trying to kind of get flat or open up your chest a little bit. Now from here, you're gonna take your elbow in your ear, try to point it down towards your pocket one way, and then you're gonna tilt the other way. All right, so we're just, sometimes from this position, we'll flex forward and backward. This time we're kind of flexing side to side. Give a couple flexes in each spot and then move the roller. So we're just mobilizing your spine here, getting those joints to move. Remember, you're pulling from your head down, right? So it should be a kind of a top-down movement rather than just folding in the middle. All right, let's roll over to your front really quickly. If you have not rolled your hip flexor, that where your thigh plugs into your hip, we'll give a quick roll there. And the other side. And good. Last one here today. This might be a little bit challenging depending on the kind of roller you have. You can also just do it manually by putting, by using fingers right in this area here. So you're thinking, we're going to try to put the roller here and then go through some movements so that you can kind of pin that tissue, and then as you're moving, you'll kind of mobilize that area and put some stress on the tissue at the same time. So if you have a roller, you can kind of put it on your chest, just out close to your shoulder. And then from there, you can move your arm. So essentially pinning that spot down and moving a limb around it. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Remember, this is on your chest. You shouldn't be feeling this on like the front point of your shoulder. This is more to loosen up that like kind of tough area of your pec that's out close to your shoulder. And good. All right, let's come up to all fours. We'll go one leg out to the side. We're gonna sit back and forward. So we're just working yourself forward and backward. So think of reaching your hips back to your heel, pushing your hips forward into a push-up position. From here, whatever leg is out, if your left leg is out, you're gonna take your left hand, rotate up, point your fingertips at the ceiling, and then reach under, open and close. And let's switch sides. Again, just getting that good groin stretch here. And let's rotate whatever leg is out. You're going to take that hand, rotate up to the ceiling. And good. From there, let's go push-up position. All right, we're just going to walk your hands into your feet. Get that hamstring stretch. So wherever, if you can touch the ground, touch the ground. If you can touch your shins, touch your shins. Just getting that hamstring stretch. And we'll go ahead and stand. Last bit of warm up here. We're just going to give your knee a hug. So bring your shin up and across, and stepping back into a reverse lunge, up and across. And switch sides. And relax. Good. Okay. So we're ready to go here. Remember the first group. I think everybody's here. First group, rear foot elevated squat. If you aren't able to elevate your rear foot on anything, just make it a split squat so your back foot will be on the ground. Rear foot elevated squat, row of your choice, just pulling that weight in towards you in some way, shape, or form. Could be a band row, whatever you have available. And then mountain climber. So that push-up position, running it out from there. Okay, so as many rounds as possible in 5 minutes. We'll get started in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. You may see me disappear for the rear foot elevated squats. I'm going to use the stair. I don't trust that chair right there. On the rear foot elevated squat, just make sure as you're squatting down, your shin can lean forward a little bit, right? But we want you to be able to keep your whole foot on the ground. So if you're squatting down and your heel is peeling up off the ground, you need to hop your foot out a little bit farther so that you can keep that foot flat on the ground. Just over 2 minutes in. On the rear foot elevated squat, you can choose to put your shoelaces on the couch or whatever you're elevating your foot on, or you can curl your toes under. It's whichever is more comfortable for you. All right, 1.5 minutes left. And we've got 1 minute off until the next circuit. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds. "10 seconds. 2, 1, and relax. All right. So next group, get up to hand. You're going to do 5 each side. So you're just going to be lying on your back. Whatever knee is, or whatever hand you're holding the weight up in, you'll have that knee bent. Now we're just rolling to one shoulder, pushing that weight up towards the ceiling, coming up to your elbow, and then propping your hand up. So we got 5 on each side. Roll right over into the push-ups. So do 10 push-ups, whatever variation you need. And then single leg glute bridge. So we're basically on the ground for this whole set. 15 seconds. All right, getting started in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, getting started with the get up. Challenge yourself on the get up, your straight leg. Try to keep your straight leg heel on the ground. So instead of kind of kicking that leg and helping yourself come up, try to keep it glued to the ground as you come up. So it's get up, push up, and then glute bridge. Just kind of rolling around on the floor with this one. If you want to get more out of the glute bridge and you don't feel good about having the weight there, you can just double up the reps, right? So do 20 instead of 10. Most important thing there is making sure you're keeping your thigh close to your chest as you push. Just using your hip, not arching your low back. All right, 2.5 minutes in, so that's halfway. 2.5 to go. Okay, under a minute, 50 seconds to go, 5-0. On your hip press, try to relax your head to the ground. Shouldn't be pulling up, looking forward. We should be looking straight up. 15 seconds left. 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, working our way back up to the first group. Remember the first group, the rear foot elevated squat or split squat, a row, and mountain climber. So get your rest here. All right, we'll get going in 15 seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember, as you get into this as many rounds as possible assumes really good form. So let's make sure that form comes first. If you've got the choice between squeaking out a last couple sloppy reps or taking a little break and then doing them well, always take form first. Unless you guys are going to be in the Olympics in the next couple of years here. 2 minutes down, 3 to go. Minute and a half left. Forty-five seconds left in this group. Twenty seconds. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, 1 minute rest. Get into our last group of the day. Thirty seconds left to rest. This is the same notebook I've written down every single workout that we've done. This quarantine or closure, I guess. Thinking about auctioning it off at the end of all this. It wouldn't be worth much. My scribbles don't really mean anything. 10 seconds left. Starting off on your back with the get up to hand. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. minute and a half in, got 3:30 left. Remember, we're working with good form. Two minutes left. $45 seconds left. And we call it a day. $20 seconds. 10. And relax. All right. So that's a day, whether you're lying down, seated, or standing. Let's take just a minute. Fill that whole torso with air. For a long time, they said that you should have, your hands up so you can increase the space in your lungs instead of being, down with hands on knees. But a while ago, they kind of proved that it is easier to breathe still, or you get more oxygen if you have hands on knees versus hands up here. So wherever you feel comfortable, right? You're gonna go to the position where you can get the best breath. Once you get it under control, then we want to get back into that good posture, standing nice and tall. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Otherwise, we'll take 30 more seconds here. Getting nice and tall. Ribs are down. Ears stacked right over your shoulders. Think about your tallest, proudest posture here, like you're being stretched from your hips up to the top of your head. And relax. Good. Okay. Midweek. Enjoy your day. Hopefully it's a good one, and we'll see you back really soon. See you guys.